everyone. Welcome to Divine Secretary. I know this is almost like a scary thumbnail, but I don't mean to trigger you. I think that anybody who clicks on these messages are very much aware of what's going on right now. I know that a lot of you may be feeling dark night of the soul symptoms. You're probably feeling sickness, um, burnout, headaches, back pain, muscle pain, joint pain. And I have a few clients who've gone through this. It's almost as if you're being forced to slow down because you're not able to nurture and take care of yourself. Because are currently in this winter solstice energy. For those people who aren't allowing the winter solstice, the nourishment, the nurturing, the delving deeper into the darkness, into our shadows, it's actually forcing individuals to slow down through sickness, through illness, through possibly even anger. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I want to say, I had a big trigger moment from a masculine, and it was a huge blessing in disguise, to be honest. It didn't feel like it at the time. And I'm not sure whether I actually mentioned this in one of the channeled messages, but what I ended up doing was fasting. I ended up isolating myself and I ended up doing a lot more breath work and meditation because I found that as these traumas, as these uncomfortable areas that I thought I had healed came back up, I really ensured that I was taking time out for self-care, for nourishment. And with that in mind, I was fasting. I allowed my body to purge the toxicity, the pain that was still residually being harbored in my body. And I sat with it without having to overanalyze or reflect. I sat with it and accepted those areas of myself. A lot of times we say our ego is being triggered and we need to tame this area, but our ego also needs love because it does remind us of areas where we need to protect ourselves, where we need to listen to our ego because it is here to give us that intuition, the warning, the understanding. And what I'm seeing here is many of you have been going through this dark night of the soul symptoms, and I have already connected the Shiva and Parvati messages for the twin flames. I just recently posted about um the Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Parvati messages. So if you haven't seen that, head over to the Divine Feminine Goddess type of message that I recently posted. But as I was channeling this whole thing, I split the deck and I was intending to shuffle. And the Four of Wands is at the bottom of the deck, and I split the deck and we've got the Lovers card. Now, the reason I stopped at 4-6, 2020, 2024 has been a very powerful year in prioritizing yourself, prioritizing your energy, protecting your energy, allowing those low vibrations to be observed and not entertained. But also, it is a powerful year. Some of you may have chalked it down to maybe it's a terrible year. Maybe it's been a year of another awakening. Or maybe you've surmised it to be neither or, you know, because this year has ended up showing you how powerful you are. This culmination of energy, this culmination of power that you've cultivated, that you've practiced, that you've invited in. So if you're not ill right now, if you've not been experiencing this type of trauma of stomach issues or back pain, it's because you're inviting the rest, the restoration that this winter solstice needs for you to take care of yourself. And it might go against a little bit of the ingrained qualities that you need to push forward, especially if you're an entrepreneur or you own your own business and you're proactive. It's really tough to slow down, but you are not forcing yourself or not being forced to slow down. You are allowing yourself to slow down because you know this is for a divine purpose, even if you do not know why. So during this time of integration, this time of reflection, this time of solace, inward nurturing, I feel like that is why Parvati is here to say that we need to nurture and nourish ourselves at this time. A lot of times, winter is about whole foods, grains, and warmth. Stews and soups are very common to allow yourself to be nourished, to protect yourself against the cold. Whichever area, whichever hemisphere you're in, you're going to feel this in different ways, whether you're coming into this spring solstice or whether you're coming into the winter. Listen to your body and what it needs at this time because you're pouring into yourself. And as I was mentioning earlier, this 2024 year has been about enlivening your power, acknowledging how powerful you are. 2025 is going to culminate and progress this energy. It's going to move forward with momentum into 2025, and 2026 is something is coming to enliven you and your counterpart towards this sense of purpose, purposefulness. So I'm going to get three cards, one for the divine feminine, one row will be for the divine feminine, one row will be for the divine masculine. And I want to know what is currently happening, what is happened in the near past, the distance past, should I say? And again, the Four of Wands is here. And what's coming up in the near future. So thank you, angels, guardians, ancestors, and spirit team for allowing me to be a channel for the highest and best good. Allow me to receive these messages for the highest and best for all my listeners, either now or in the near future. Allow me to receive the messages of clarity. And what is it that you would like us to know about the masculine's past, the current energies, and the future? And the similar messages for the divine feminines, past, current, presence, and the near future. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. What we don't know is the King of Cups. Why are these cards important? When you're delving into your emotions, when you're delving into the reasons why you have been in pain, your soul has purposely chose this particular lifetime, this particular timeline, to allow for you to experience a breadth of emotions. The soul knows unconditional love, but as a human entity, you've been allowed to come here on this earth to experience a breadth of emotion, including remembering unconditional love, your true you. So the soul doesn't really get to experience these plethora of emotions because it only knows unconditional love. Here on this earth plane is your experience, your time for understanding the way that you can experience this breadth of emotion. So you're leading yourself into a higher transformational spiritual path, even if you may not know what that means, but it's coming to you through the breadth of emotions. In the near past, we have the Magician card. I did see this card whilst I was shuffling, but I did not know who it was for. With the masculines, we have the number 1 card. This is the uncovering of manifestation power. It is acknowledging that this type of divine masculine is almost seeing in the 3D proof of their abilities, giving them the acknowledgement that they can process these emotions, that they can take the leadership and they can move forward in such a positive way. It's almost like little sparkles, little fairy dust sprinkled on what they're trying to manifest. And not all of them will be successful in terms of they thought they wanted this, and when it manifests, it's going, actually, I don't want this anymore. So it's a lesson that the masculines are understanding about, even if they have manifested what they wanted, it may not be for the highest and best good. It is a lesson to say, you can manifest it. What do you really want? What is in the near past for the feminines? We have the Temperance card, so another major arcana. Now, it did flip in reverse, but I'm seeing the internal honoring of inner masculine and feminine energies coming into the holistic balance. And this is why I feel that if you're seeing either Jesus, Mary, if you're seeing god or goddesses embodying the twin flame journey, like Shiva, like Parvati, like Krishna, and Lakshmi, like Ram, like Sita. I've got some of these messages on my God and Goddesses playlist, and it's embodying this sense of you're coming into wholeness, into harmony with yourself. So we've got the Emperor card, which is number 4 card, taking actionable, intentional steps in the right direction. Even if you may not know what that direction is, you are on the right path, even by listening to this message. And the King of Cups is number 1 card. So we've got the 1 card for the Magician. The emotions are being transpired and transformed into manifestations for the masculines. And the feminines, we have that 1 and 4. We've got the embodiment of emotions, understanding the divine feminine's masculine within, and coming into inner union and harmony. What is currently happening for the masculines at this time? They are going through this fear-based rejection type of lesson. They are looking back at the past, understanding why their specific decisions have led to specific outcomes. And they are in mourning, and a part of them is resentful, in grief, because of what they have dismissed between the both of you. There is a lot of pain, there is a lot of rain and victim type of mentality, but I feel like this is purposeful. They are supposed to have this energy of the King of Cups. They are supposed to go through the breadth of emotion at this current time. And if you are in minimal communication with your masculines or none at all, this is for your highest protection. You are being protected, feminines, not from your masculines, but from the energy that they need to process at this time. Currently, what do you need to know? The 8 of Swords. Some of you may be overthinking this connection. You may be overthinking many different things. You may not be where you want to be career-wise. You may not be where you want to be in the relationship, in a connection. You may be, overthinking your business or your work, professionalism, your friendships. Now, what I'm also seeing is you're trying to come out of this type of mindset. As I said earlier, you have the Temperance card. You are trying to balance your inner masculine and feminine energies. But because of that, you are heightening the tools and the processes that you've already managed in this current space. So remember, this message is timeless. If you're finding this now, it means it's meant for you. But this 8 of Swords is letting you know that you have given due thought and consideration about your current timeline, but you are also reminding yourself that you wanted what you have now. You previously wished and manifested what you have now. So revel in the joy and the gratitude of where you are right now, because there is certain things that you've manifested that have come to fruition, and you have been able to cultivate this for yourself. So I think a lot of feminines are also thinking, I don't need to overthink so much. I don't need to know what's happening next because I trust that I've been led to this specific point. I've been blessed and bestowed opportunities to bring me here. And this is actually what I've asked for in the past. So it's actually acknowledging that because of the inward journey that you've progressed on, because of the timeline that you're on, the nurturing that you've given yourself, it's allowing you to see the beauty of where you are right now rather than thinking too much about the past or the future. As we say that, what's coming up in the near future for the masculines, the Four of Pentacles. I feel that they are choosing one thing to focus on. They have one pentacle guarded close to their heart, close to their chest, from the crown chakra. And this is very positive because it's coming back to the magician where they have that one pentacle. This one pentacle is being brought forward because they know in the material realm they might need to focus on their love for God, on their soul's energy, on their ultimate spirituality. And this is going to bring them that one Ace of Pentacles, which is linked to every sense of abundance in this lifetime. So this is very positive. I don't see the Four of Pentacles as negative right at this moment because it's warning the masculines to go through this systematic process to unlock their gifts. And the only way they're able to do that is through spirituality and honoring the God presence within. The near future for the feminines, we've got the Six of Wands. Victory. You've worked for this. You've wanted this. You've asked for this, and you are receptive to the things that you have wanted in this lifetime. And you are no longer rushing or in haste of those things because you know it will come to you at the right time. I love these messages. I love that there is such a positive ring around these specific messages. Feminines, just be aware that anything that you're going through right now is purposeful, even if you may not be clear on what that is. Allow yourself to be nurtured, nourished at this point in time, because what you are doing is indirectly affecting your masculines, and you will come out victorious in this. 2025 is very much leading to your highest ascension, and it's just going to keep culminating from there. If you resonated with this, please do click the like button. I'm sending you guys so much love. Bye for now.